The Mercy ship, which many are calling a floating hospital, will give additional 1,000 beds to the state of California. But none of the patients going on the ship will be coronavirus patients. They will all stay on land. Navy and civilian doctors on board will treat other patients, freeing up beds for coronavirus patients in Los Angeles hospitals. Governor Gavin Newsom explained the plan in a press conference on Friday.
This is a COVID-free bubble. When we say bubble, it's the entire area around this site. The men and women that are on board are not going to be recreating nearby. There's strict protocols and procedures. No one can just randomly come off this ship. Everybody's being tested, and we have very strict protocols working with the county.
The Mercy will begin taking patients starting Saturday. The ship arrived after Governor Newsom wrote a letter to President Trump last week, asking him to send the floating hospital to the port of L.A. The Mercy ship will begin taking patients starting tomorrow. The governor thanked the Trump administration for quickly getting California the resources it needs during this pandemic.